Oh shit. That's so fucking funny. All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Caitlin, say something
So
real quickly.
comfortable right now
Okay,
in this
perfect,
chair
actually.
compared to that stool. Fucking stool.
Stool don't got no fucking business being on the show. It's a chair
No.
only show.
Oh.
I want to share that as well. Okay. And I think I'm still recording from earlier. All right. Good evening and welcome to another exciting episode of Goth Yearbook After Hours. It is I, your host, as always, Eric, aka the Eric Wynn. And with me, as always, is the hostess with the mostest, Caitlin, aka the Caitlin D. Caitlin, how's it cheering over there?
Ooh.
Woo!
I'm comfortable. I got my hot cocoa and I switched out my quick work at the computer stool for nice comfy chair for tonight's episode cuz I'm feeling kind of tired and yeah, I I earlier I cried because I realized that my space heater was like directly in front of my plant and I killed one of the leaves of the plant. Not even the whole plant. I just killed that one leaf, but I've been taking such good care of it. I cried because I was like I had to amputate that whole limb and so
It's been a
yeah.
tough day then.
It was a tough day. That was what broke me today. What broke you today, Eric?
Well, speaking of amputation, I was clipping Murph's nails today, and one of the nails got clipped a little too close for comfort for the poor guy, and he started bleeding. And this was right after a bath I gave him as well. So he spent a lot of the day he was like hiding under desk and chairs, like sitting across the room. Usually, like he's just like up on my lap while butt scratches. And he wasn't like
Mm.
necessarily pissed at me. It was like very much, it was like betrayed and
He just doesn't
abandoned.
trust you anymore.
It was like a lot of like, and then he would kind of like look over his shoulder at me, like, and then like look back. But I laid down with him for about an hour before airtime, scratching his butt. So
I to- I know that game.
yeah,
The animals do. They can be very dramatic when something minor inconvenience happens to them, and like winning them over again is a whole thing. I've realized that I have spoiled Prince so badly since Dinah died that he's just like a fucking monster. It's like when parents like coddle their children after a family tragedy, and
yeah,
then those children turn out to be horrible people because they just like don't ever suffer any consequences when they're young
yeah.
and learn compassion. That's become Prince Charming. And uh I'm trying to decide if there's like the equivalent of sending him to boot camp or like making him do charity work to like gain perspective or do some reading or something, but I might just have to let him get fat.
I'm laughing at the idea of those like the one the camps you can send like children to like in Idaho or Utah. And it's like
Like
they
the one
come,
Paris Hilton went to.
yeah, and they like come in the
Yeah.
middle of the night and could get your child and like imagine like that whole like rigmarole for just grabbing your cat like, and
Oh,
sending it
he
out to
would love
Utah.
it. He would love that. If someone came and grabbed him, he would be. Oh, tonight again, he did wake himself up from a nap and was so scared. Sometimes he has nightmares and he'll wake up like hissing.
Mm. Oh
And
wow.
he fell off the bed again today while sleeping. So that's like a really common thing for Prince to do is to scare himself awake and fall off the bed or to be so comfortable and relaxed that he just sort of slides off the bed because he keeps stretching further and further.
I think I've talked about this on the show before, but Murph, he is really scared by farts. Like the sound of it freaks him out. And
That makes me wonder what your farts sound like now.
I notoriously, I have these farts that sound like just massive. They don't smell, but they sound like really big, like just really boomy. Like it sounds like just like a big old boom.
A lot of bass.
Yeah, a lot of bass. And what's funny, like it'll be like dark, middle of the night, like you can't see anything, and like I'll roll over, and you know it's just one of those good night like release. I can't believe I'm saying this shit. One of those like end of the evening like doing revelry with the trumpet, campsites, going to bed, and I'll fart and it'll be loud and it'll be silence, and then you literally hear like a tumbling and you hear my dog fall to the ground, and it's not graceful like a cat either. So you just like there's like the fart and then silence, and then you hear Murph like and you just hear like this loud bang on the floor.
Like that it's a delayed reaction.
Yeah.
Like he's like, what? And then he just runs or something.
It's
like,
always delayed. It's never like instantaneous. It's always like he hears it, and I can literally like tell that his head's like doing the turn, and then he's like just falls.
I'm imagining like a foghorn. Because when you say like you framed it as like dinner trumpets.
It's
And like I can't imagine that sound coming out of someone's body.
it would help like wayward seamen come to the shore. That's a fucked up sentence to say about something coming. Well, you. So how was your weekend?
Well, I work on the weekends, so
That's true. This is your Friday night, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been if I still did anything. Which, yeah, in Los Angeles, they just announced, like, I don't want to talk about coronavirus. It's still happening, guys. If you're listening way in the future and it's over, I hope we survived.
I hope the podcast survived.
I hope we're still doing this. Yeah, it's really rough. One of our friends of the show is sick right now. If I am gonna say anything about it, I do want to say fucking like if you can just not travel over the holidays. Eric and I were talking about this, and I'm not trying to be all judgmental because like yes, I have been like at protests, I've been at like outdoor bars, I've definitely like gone to 7-Eleven 300 million times when I had nothing else to do and just wanted to get out of the house. Like I haven't been like, I'm not queen of quarantine. I'll put it that way. But I also like, and granted, also, I have no family to see over the holidays. So, like, this is kind of maybe the cross the hill that I'm dying on because I'm like, I thought this year finally everyone else was going to be just like me, stuck at home, like nothing to do over the holidays. And people are like, oh, I'm going to whatever insert foreign country and like not even necessarily people just going to see their families. People are just bored and flying. And if this is you, I honestly am not judging you, but like just stop it.
Yeah, we've talked about it on the show before. Like there's obviously like we are not judging anyone because like there's a hierarchy to it. Like where we think that we're doing good, there's like 10 people that are looking down on us on what we do, certainly. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's some things that you could probably just wait a little bit as the headlines are just saying peak numbers like skyrocketing.
And there is a difference for sure in like traveling at some random time of the year, which again like probably not the best time, maybe just wait, then traveling during the holidays, which is always guaranteed going to be crowds in different places. So it's just like really dangerous. You don't want this to be your last fucking holiday with your family. So I don't know. I feel like I should do a bonus episode of just tips for being alone over the holidays and not giving a shit because it can be really fun. Hopefully you're not sober, and if you are, there's a lot of fun ways you can do with that too. But I did last year holidays sober, and that was way harder than the years I've just gone out and like Christmas bars in LA are kind of fun if you don't have like if you're not going to a parent's house or something, because there's a lot of orphans in this town. But in general, I think it's really about realizing that, these were pagan holidays that were paved over by larger organized religions and shoved down our throats. Like your Thanksgiving turkey was force fed whatever they eat, so that we would just go out and buy shit. And it has nothing to do with like you cementing a bond with your family. I realize that memories are made and whatnot, and sorry to preach on this forever, but I just think that like so much of it is manufactured, and like when you get out of the mindset of like letting yourself be brainwashed into thinking you have to behave a certain way at a certain time of year and buy certain products at a certain, whatever, and travel and like do all this stuff, like just get out of that mindset. You can do anything on Christmas, and that is dope. You can like, I mean, you can run around naked in the woods on Christmas, and like it's just, you can do anything you want any day of the year and call it Christmas if you want to.
Or
um
Hanukkah.
it's all fucking made up.
8 days
So
of naked running.
so if someone's giving you shit, I don't know, about not going home, just be like, there's a pandemic. Perfect excuse to not see your family if that's an issue. I
Yeah.
know that's usually like people no excuse. Use it. Use the pandemic. And hopefully by next year this will all be blown over, and we can all move on with our lives. That's my speech on that. I didn't even intend to do that tonight. I'm sorry. I apologize to anyone listening who's like, wow.
Great. Love it. So on that note, before we break bread with our guest for this evening, Caitlin, is there anything that we need to announce?
Yeah, I think just
You going to another 5-minute thing? I got something to announce, all right.
the thing about Thanksgiving, y'all, the indigenous people of this country. No, but for real, we are next month planning a whole bunch of stuff that will be fun, and we are going to get in the winter. I'll call it the winter mood. I don't fucking know, but we're gonna be doing some fun like scenes from holiday movies with previous guests of the show, and new guests of the show are going to be coming on. And we're also going to be selecting a nonprofit to work with for the month of December, because we believe that the most uplifting thing is helping others while having fun. And we want to do both next month. We really want to reach out to our communities. And we are in the process right now of selecting what nonprofit or community organization to work with. So if you are a listener that feels really passionately about a specific organization or nonprofit or grassroots effort that you think should be highlighted in the month of December and needs the help, because we know things that are like really popular already get overloaded during this month. So please shoot us a DM, email us at gothyearbookafterhours@gmail.com, or DM us on Instagram at gothyearbook, or call us and leave a voicemail at
707-335-8032. Again, that's 707-335-8032.
So that's all I got. And then, oh, and also we're only going to be releasing one new episode a week for the public, and then one episode a week for our Patreon subscribers, which is patreon.com/Goth Yearbook After Hours. And if you want to, you can go to patreon.com/Caitlin D.
Hell yeah. It's all there.
Lots of ways. Okay.
All right. Well, without further ado, then. Oh my goodness. Coming to us straight from the galaxy is friend of the show, our favorite and yours. You know her as the bassist and vocalist and master behind the Everythings, and also does bass and vocals for Late Slip and Jules and the Rollers, and is one of the co-founders of Party Mermaid Records. Let's give it up for our friend Ray David. How is it going?
Thank you so much for having me. It's going great. May the force be with you, everybody.
And also
Yes.
with you.
Star Wars mega fan as well, I should have said.
Yeah, very mega fan.
Yeah, you got it. In fact, as we always do, we reached out to our friends and family and everyone else for some questions, and a lot of them know you because there was a lot of Star Wars questions I saw in there.
Oh my God.
But
Of course.
But before we get into that, how are you doing this evening? This is a big day for you, right? A lot of big announcements that happened today.
Yeah, we released our first video today, the Everythings. We released it for our single Stacy, which came out 11/11. And yeah, it's out everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean YouTube. And
And it's very fun and psychedelic, and the
Yeah.
song is like it's probably one of the only songs I've listened to recently that I've just like put on that I was like, oh, I actually feel like dancing. I forgot what this feeling was like. So please, it's called Stacy by the Everythings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh,
is
they're right?
it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm so glad it made you dance. That was like the point of it, because I just feel like everybody is so quarantined out, and like we just forgot what it's like to like have fun. So everybody got a COVID test, and we did a video together. It's just everybody I love, and I'm so glad that it made you dance.
It
This
makes you dance.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a
it's like a horror movie where you're like forced to dance.
I can't control myself.
Yeah.
I must groove.
the song is like so fucking good. I told you this Bray in private, but like it's so fucking good. It reminds me of something you'd hear like on the 10 Things I Hate About You soundtrack or like the Clueless soundtrack, and I mean that like as like very like like that's like high praise for me, like personally, like those.
I've always wanted to be like the prom band in a 90s
Yeah.
movie. So like that is like, thank you, perfect.
It's so
I
good.
can totally see that for you too. And I actually met you for the listeners at home and for Eric. I don't think Eric knows this. We met playing a show together at a venue called Ham and Eggs in downtown LA, which is very already kind of kitschy because it's like I don't know if it's actually they turned a diner into a bar, but it's certainly built to look that way. And it's very like punk rock, and the stage is only big enough for like two people to stand on it, and it's just really cute. And it was Jules and the Rollers, right, that played.
Yeah, that was us right before quarantine. I think that was our last show maybe, and that's before we became Jules and the Rollers.
Okay, so it was just Jules.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, but I was like,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. But
That
anyway,
was such a badass lineup. It was you and Mars Rodriguez. She just released some new stuff. She's rad too.
That's it. Yeah.
yes. Oh, we should definitely have Mars on. Yeah, she's super cool. And I was like,
Yeah.
that was such a fun night. And it reminded me of like years ago, because honestly, I haven't had that many like fun lineups. Like, obviously, shows aren't going on right now. And no offense to anyone I have played with recently. But it was like everyone was just vibing and dancing, and it was super cute. And like, you guys are such a feel, and Mars is such a mood. So it was just like, it was really fun. Good times.
Right on.
And then the pandemic happened, and this is the first time I've seen you since.
I know. Welcome.
Yeah. So Eric, do you want to jump in any questions?
Hell yeah. Right out the gate, I don't even need to pull it up because it was one that was very memorable to me. But someone wanted to know, of all the lightsabers that you see throughout all the Star Wars films, which one was your favorite? Like, which colored lightsaber? Which one was your favorite?
This isn't gonna be like a popular answer, but like I just have to say Darth Vader. Like red's my color.
Oh shit! You mean it's not
know,
popular among like people named
You know,
Luke Skywalker?
I mean, yeah, and I typically am on the Jedi side, but like Darth Vader's lightsaber, it's the one for me.
Hell yeah. Kaylin, do you have any thoughts on that?
Whatever you and McGregor's holding, I want a piece of that.
Classic blue, I think, is what Obi-Wan uses, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think
Yeah.
so, but I don't actually know for sure.
Is it the kind of thing in the Star Wars universe where like it's like in Harry Potter where like the lightsaber chooses the person or whatever?
I don't know about that. I mean, I know everybody has their very own like lightsaber handle and that stuff, and then you just like use the force and it like moves with you. I don't think it's quite as like epic as like it picks you. That would be cool though.
And that would be sick. Like the color pixie, someone gets like a sick ass like yellow. It's just like, oh, cool.
Right, exactly. Or like there's like rainbow ones now,
Would that be so? If you could pick any color for a lightsaber, if you had one, would you pick red?
I would probably pick red or like a seafoam green.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like what a fun color for battle.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally fun color for
Like
Yeah.
unexpected, like, oh, I love that shade. Like, wow.
I'm
Oh my
loving
god, what a unique color. Dead.
if Jedi's like existed now, like there'd be like pre-battle selfies with like their lightsaber and shit, like right before they go
Like
out.
everybody together, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean if Jedi's existed now, Eric?
Oh shit, my bad. Ooh. All right. If you could open for any band or artist, who would it be?
Living, the Pixies,
No, no.
dead, Elvis.
Oh, nice.
Just because, like, of course.
Or is he?
Ooh. Oh, before I ask, do you have like any favorite like Elvis conspiracies that you? Because for the listeners at home, Ray is like a huge Elvis head as well as being a huge Star Wars
Yeah.
head. Like, do you subscribe to any Elvis conspiracies that are out there?
You know, I don't really. I honestly think that he was like such a big presence and like force on the planet that he was, if he was alive, like people would know.
Yeah.
And like the only conspiracy theory I really have is like my own and Chelsea's too. Chelsea from Late Slip. So we met on Instagram actually because like we just like hashtag the same stuff like
Mm-hmm.
over and over. And then she needed a bass player. And we found out before I even auditioned for the band that like we both were obsessed with Elvis. And both of us, when we were like 4 years old, just came out to our parents and announced to them that we loved Elvis Presley. And they were both like, well, how do you love him? We didn't tell you about him. Like, our parents had no idea where we found out. We were just like,
Mm.
Presley download. So that's my own favorite conspiracy theory about him is that he came to us from the other side.
Ooh, yeah, that he's just like out. You know, yeah, I can see that, like how certain celebrities they like seed their essence through time into people's consciousness. I could see that.
Exactly. Yeah. The lineage of rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite Elvis story or anything of like when you dug into his history?
Okay, so when I was at Graceland, we went on this little like bus ride to Tupelo where he was born, and we went to the hardware store where he got his first guitar. And there was
Mm.
this story that I'd never heard that like he was supposed to play this talent show, and these bullies cut all the strings on his guitar, and he was really upset and like was like, "This is a sign I shouldn't play." And then all of his little friends like banded together to buy him new strings for this guitar, and he did it anyway. And I just thought that was
Oh,
like
Hmm.
that's wholesome.
so sweet. Yeah, I'd never heard it before, so.
I read one recently, only because it was actually in like referenced in the lyrics for this different band, but apparently like near the end of his life, he was like outside of Flagstaff and he was like looking up at the clouds and saw like the clouds like form the shape of like Joseph Stalin, and like he was very disturbed by it. And then all of a sudden, according to Elvis, they like formed they transformed from Stalin into Jesus Christ, and he said like he felt like it was like he was being shined down upon in that moment.
Whoa, that's sick. I mean, that's rad. The other day I was talking about Elvis with my friend in a parking lot, and I was talking about Elvis and like how much I love Elvis, and then all of a sudden all the lights in the parking lot, all of them just like go off, and I was like, he's here, he's here. And then I
Oh
get in
shit!
my car and the shuffle comes on, and it's an Elvis song from his gospel album.
Oh
Ooh.
shit! Ooh, what's that sandwich he likes? What's the grilled Elvis
The
again?
the peanut butter banana.
It is You know what? I fuck with that flavor combination. I've always
Oh
been a big
yeah.
fan of banana and peanut butter.
I fucking fucks with it too, man. It's good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I used to make little birthday cakes for Elvis when I was little
That's
with
so
peanut
adorable.
butter and banana. I was such a freak, man.
That's
Have
incredibly
you ever
talented.
had an Elvis dream?
You
Oh,
know
good
what? I've
question.
never had an Elvis dream. That's a really good question. But when I was like taking my trip to Memphis, like I kind of felt like I was in this like weird, not reality, not dream. Like I don't know, it
Yeah.
kind of felt lucid. But I would
Uh,
love for him to come to me in a dream. Dude, you can do it anytime.
Yeah, you should try to incubate an Elvis dream. You should like put a picture of him under your pillow or something.
Yeah, a little
If you don't
note.
already have that.
I know, he's freaking everywhere. Like, what's the deal, dude?
I actually had my first lucid dream in a long time last night. I'll usually get like kind of close to lucid, but then I'll just sort of like not be able to really break through, you know? And I was in my friend's apartment, like watching her cat in the fucking dream. And it was like her old apartment. And that's how I realized I was like, wait a minute, Katie moved. Like, this isn't her apartment. I must be dreaming. And I was like, I'm going to try to fly. And I went outside and I like ran into this field and I started flying. But then I was like, I don't know where to go. So I woke up. Anyway, so
Caitlin, what about you? Real quickly, do you have a band or artist that you would, living or dead, or both, that you would like to open for?
Uh, that's such a hard question for me. I mean, I guess like if I could just sing one song with Dolly Parton before I die, that would be
That'd be
really
sick.
cool. But also it would be really scary. But even just like for no one, just like if I was a kid and I got to do and I got really sick, that would be my Make a Wish Foundation request.
I feel like Dolly would love you, girl.
I know, yeah. I mean, I have her everywhere. She's sort of my Elvis. But I'm not like completely obsessed with her, but she was my first CD. I used to like know a lot more about her than I still do and just talk about her all the time and stuff. And so she's alive, and I guess dead would be Johnny Cash because he's also my soul,
I think,
kindred soul.
yeah.
Yeah, man, I love him too.
Another shared interest of Ray and I's is the Cramps, and I would definitely, for like a dead band, like I would love to have said that like I was on a bill for them, work with them, kind of thing. Like if I had that flyer, that would be like fucking framed for life for me. Definitely one of those
I
like
changed my
iconic.
answer to that. Like, you're so right. How could I forget them?
They're one of those iconic acts that like I subscribe to completely, which is so funny because like there's a lot of imitators of them that I'm like really not into at all, but like they are so fucking good. And then I can't think of anyone living. I want every living band to open for me, to
Oh
open
my
for
God.
Goth Yearbook on the road. Someone wants to know, what is the dream stage setup like? And then they gave like a example. They're like Audrey, like Giant Audrey 2, etc.
Wait, what? Oh, like for a live show?
Yeah, I guess so. Cause like I guess you know like if you see Little Shop of Horrors and you get like a Giant Audrey 2, like do you have like a dream stage setup that would be like that?
Oh, that's so interesting. I mean, I guess it would have to involve some kind of UFO for sure.
Oh.
Like
Cool.
like if we could like either begin the show by coming out of it or end the show by ascending into it.
Like
Uh-huh.
Parliament
that's a
Funkadelic used to
dream.
do.
Yeah.
That's sick. I'd be into that.
Yeah, some spacey shit.
We have a production designer listener, apparently.
Right?
I
Yeah.
know. I was it was very oddly specific, so I thought maybe like it was some like maybe I thought I. Sorry, I cannot fucking talk for shit tonight. I thought you knew the person. It was like a conversation that you two had had before or something.
No, I love these chat questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really fun question. I've like literally never thought about that before, which is, strange, but probably
Yeah, and we'll
I'm not like really much for like going hard on like bringing stuff to a venue to like put up behind me, or I don't know. I've never thought much about production in that sense. It's always been like more like punk shows and stuff. But I think like what came to me just now is like being up in the clouds would be really fun. Like up
Oh yeah.
because you were talking
That'd
about
be
clouds,
cool.
and I was like having different clouds pass by. Would be cute.
Yeah.
I'm oddly obsessed with like there's not enough entries unfortunately, but if you go on Wikipedia, there are some famed tours from yesteryear that like you can find written extensively about, and I'm really obsessed with like big act tours of like the 80s and 90s because nowadays like say someone like Taylor Swift where it's like she could probably do whatever the hell she wants to, and she does, and it's really great and sick, and like you can see like some really cool shit there, but it feels like now like whatever you want to do you can more or less do, but back in the 80s and 90s it felt like there was a lot of limitations even for like the biggest acts on earth. And so it's always really I find it very endearing to like go and look up like these big monster tours, like people like U2 like in the 90s, like when they started getting like really weird ideas, like they had like these ideas of like having cars that were like kind of floating up and down. Like Madonna had like a lot of weird interesting shit that she did in the 90s, and a lot of it like you would hear about like all these technical issues that would happen where like none of the stuff worked because they were like their eyes were bigger than their I guess production assistants or whatever. And I've always been very endeared by that, like the idea of just like having like this big massive stage setup that and like everything's kind of going wrong.
Just like skydiving into the show every night.
Yeah.
That
Well,
would be so
shit,
sick.
Lady Gaga did that at when she did the halftime show. She did
That
like
wasn't skydiving. That was
Since-
like
oh yeah, I guess
being
it was like
harnessed on a wire. That's like something
base jumping
Broadway
or something.
stars do all the time. Yeah. But like, oh man, I had something. I lost it.
Well,
Wait,
in
if you
terms of, like,
skydived like every single time you like parachuted in, that
That's
would
what
be
I'm saying.
sick.
Yeah.
That'd actually
every
be
single
sick.
time.
You would like miss the venue.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Has anyone ever come out of a giant vagina like they're being given birth to?
I when I saw the
That'd be
Flaming
cool.
Lips 10 years ago, they did actually.
Flaming lips.
Yeah, which is like
Of
a very
course
I
they
saw
did,
them
yeah.
too. I saw them too about 10 years ago at the Hollywood Bowl. That was the best live show ever. I had tickets to go see them, and then pandemic.
That sucks.
But that's like part of the inspiration for the Stacy video is I knew none of us could perform live for a while, but like that's always the goal and the most fun. And when we record it, it's like me and Jules' voice, but there's also like a lot of other harmonies and parts going on. And I was like, well, why don't we just set up this video like it's our like ideal live band in the future? And that's why we have the 3 Go-Go girls who they're their own band inside the Everythings. They're called UFO, Unidentified Female Objects.
Cute.
And it's my friend Charlotte and Rio and Kaylin and like yeah, they're the vibe girls, they're the backup singers, auxiliary instrument players, just vibes in general. And I just wanted to have like a fun live experience ready to go. And for me it's all about like people, like, you know, no malfunctions, no technical malfunctions with people.
No,
Can
certainly not.
how do you apply to be a UFO?
Oh my god. I didn't even know. I mean, just like send me your favorite emoji.
Caitlin, I think
like-
the alien or UFO one will get you a long way.
Hint, yeah, or the planet.
Is there an
Also a
Elvis
good
one?
No, but you could like send me a video of you being the emoji that doesn't exist. That's also I want it abstract. UFO applications have to be abstract. I just want you to express yourself.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
My
You're in, by the
application
way.
is still in review, unfortunately.
No. I gotta work for it. I accept that, you know, that's showbiz, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, that's showbiz. The show must go on.
That's right. Didn't like Helena Bonham Carter still have to audition for that role in Sweeney Todd that like literally only she could play, that her husband was directing and he still made her audition for it?
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I hear like a lot of when I listen to different like podcasts and interviews like that, I hear that even if like directors don't always have like most of the times like it's always going to be the studio, even for like a big person
Yeah.
like Tim Burton, because they care about like what's going to sell tickets kind of thing. So
Yeah,
Who's
it's the
Tim-
whole thing.
Who's Tim Burton? You mean Helena Bonham Carter's husband?
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
that guy who's married to Helena Bonham Carter?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, I think she auditioned him to be the director of her movie, right? Is that how the story
Yeah,
goes?
she auditioned him to be her husband, and then finally decided after a couple of years,
Exactly.
like, fuck this, you lost
She
the role.
is so. Have you guys seen that movie? Because she's so
No.
perfect in that role.
She's so ridiculously perfect.
And that
then you-
and that was originally on Broadway, played by Angela Lansbury.
Oh no shit,
Yep.
Oh, was
Miss
it?
Marcy,
oh,
bro.
That's so rad.
hell yeah.
Yes. Yep.
I never
Um,
saw the movie, but I hear it's good.
Yeah, my brother, who is now an actual, you know, on Broadway producer, but he produced a Sweeney Todd production when I was still like a kid. So I like grew up with that musical. Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about Sweeney Todd. I brought it up. And I'm like, did you
I
guys
love it. I love
know all
this
these
Broadway detour.
random facts about Sweeney Todd?
Well, I know it's one of the Sondheim ones, and I really like his shit. So I have always wanted to like dig into it. But literally, like my only reference for it is for real the episode of The Office where Annie Bernard is like in the local production of it. Ooh, I think in the YouTube chat, Jules, famous
Hey.
Jules, I think she was saying that she was in a Sweeney Todd production in high school.
Oh
And
my
she
God.
looks like Helena Bonham Carter, man. She does. It freaks me out sometimes.
Yeah.
I could totally see that.
Yeah, we take pictures sometimes. I'm like, Helena, is it you?
I like find. Sorry, go ahead, Eric.
No. Go, what were you gonna say? Kit?
I was. You see the shadow of Prince behind me, by the
I
way.
do
I
see
do.
that.
I
I
see his
was like- I
tail
was like,
perfectly up.
Does anybody else see this right now? Should I mention it? Like, I'll just.
Please
It's
stop it.
moving.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, dude, Yogi's just like passed out on the floor right here. Little
Aw.
fur puddle.
But I started watching The Crown finally because people were like, "Oh my god, you have to watch it." And it's so boring, but like Helena Bonham Carter is in it, and
And then
also Gillian Anderson.
Who did they play out of curiosity?
Helena Bonham Carter plays one of the members of the royal family. I don't really know. I haven't been paying very much attention. Margot is her name. And
Oh yeah.
Margaret Thatcher is Gillian Anderson. And I literally was like, that looks a lot
Yeah.
like Gillian Anderson, but I didn't think it was her because I like didn't realize that I'm old enough for Gillian Anderson to be playing Margaret Thatcher.
I know. I literally just had that thought in my head. I was like, I
Trippy.
can't believe that's the fucking like, wow. Okay.
Anyway, I'm so sorry.
If you could spend a day with Carrie Fisher,
Oh,
R.I.P.
this
We
is
see you, Carrie
good.
Fisher. What would you do with Carrie?
Oh my God. Well, I feel like Carrie and I would have to like start at her house, dress up, and like, I'm sorry, this isn't gonna be kosher, but like, if you've seen any interviews with Carrie Fisher, like, she's the most fun person to take acid with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So I feel like we would just have to plan a whole day and just me and Carrie Fisher just like take acid and listen to cool music and dress up and like, I just feel like we would have been best friends, man.
she Carrie Fisher, notorious on-set partier, almost to a bad degree, as you know, if you've ever read her postcards from the Edge
Yeah.
book or the other one. But I'm sure if she came back, because she'd have like one day, it's like she's not going to worry about addiction issues for one day, so she's going to definitely be having fun for sure.
Have you seen that Netflix documentary? I think it's called Enjoy Your Trip or Have a Nice Trip. And it's just like all these celebrities talking about their crazy psychedelic experience. And they're
Not yet. I
so
want to.
funny. Yeah, you should watch that. Carrie Fisher's part is the best. And I'd also feel like Carrie Fisher and I need to just like take our dogs on a walk in a cuckoo outfit and just like yell at people in the street with our dogs.
Oh, now
You know?
there's a weird Elvis connection there too. Now that I think about, because she was married to Paul Simon, who did that whole fucking Graceland album and did the song
Oh,
Graceland
that's
about.
right. Yeah, and you
So
know
she
what? It was
probably
crazy.
grew up hearing a whole lot about Elvis too.
Oh, my girl. I acted as a kid and I was on a TV show for a bit and one day like she was there on set. I don't know like who she knew or what was going on, but she was there and I like saw her and I was just like stunned. Like, oh my God, Princess Leia's here.
Oh shit!
Forgot about that till just now.
Speaking
A
of,
flashback. Speaking of acid, you just had a
she
flashback.
Whoa, Goth Yearbook gives you flashbacks.
Miss Ray David here was on frequently referenced show Friends. I saw the
Yes,
episode
I
not too long ago.
was.
I think I like took a picture and sent to you. I was like, I just saw you.
What?
It's always a moment when my friends watch that episode and they're like, oh, it's you.
Uh,
It's you.
Caitlin, for reference, it's the episodes, one of the Halloween episodes, kind of like in the later
True to
season.
brand.
Yeah, is that
True
what
to
it's called?
brand. It's the one with the Halloween party and
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah.
dressed up.
Something Goth Yearbook and friends have in common. We both had you on our Halloween episode.
Yeah, that's my
That's
brand,
right.
man. Just like spooky vibes since the little days.
You were a ballerina, right, in the episode?
I was a ballerina
Oh
and
my god.
I took all of Rachel's candy.
Yeah, it's when
Oh,
Rachel.
Sick moves.
It's when Rachel's like pregnant, and so she wants to like give the candy out to the kids because she
'Cause
wants
she's
to like
like
she wants
be
to
a
like
mom and she's
yeah.
feeling so hormonal and like giving and then like my character like does a little ballerina thing. She's like, oh my god, another piece of candy, and then I just like milk it.
Yeah, she milks it. And she's like,
Take
oh,
all
just
of
take
that
the whole
candy.
bowl.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah, and
It
even
was
back
cute.
then, you were like, you had like a little shirt on that said like the everythings. You had like your little Instagram handle. Like you were very precocious
Yeah.
for a child. You just knew.
Yeah, the social media handles, I had the floating tag, like it was all there, you know what I mean? So I was Instagram before it was cool.
By the way, for anyone watching from home, speaking of trips, my cat is fully engaged on a catnip journey of his own right now, and it's really funny because I've never had a cat be this hardcore about catnip before, and I don't know. I think he might have a problem. So if anyone knows anywhere I can reach out to, let me know.
Your next hardcore healing episode will have to be about catnip.
Give that
It's-
number to me too, because there's these like berries in the trees that when it gets real windy, the palm berries will like blow down. And Yogi used to, that's my dog. He used to come inside the house and be like all wobbly and like
Oh, no.
weird. And then he'd like lay on us and just like look at us in the eye, like, I love you, man. And then he'd pass out and like sometimes barf. And we'd be like, oh my God, we have to take him to get his stomach pumped. But it just ended up being this berry and he was fine. But like he knows when it falls out of the trees. Like he goes into the backyard and he
It's
like
like
looks for it and he fucking gets sauced on these berries and he comes in and it's literally he just like looks at you and it's like a drunk dude. It's hilarious.
What kind of
Wow.
berries, out of curiosity?
I think it's some kind of like palm tree berry, like it like from the palm trees in our backyard, and like it's like if humans eat them they're super toxic, but if dogs eat them they just like get a little fucked up and trip out and barf.
Dogs are like, they're so weird. They there's so much they can't eat, especially in the way of fruit, especially grapes. Like grapes will like actually kill them.
Yeah, grapes
But
and onions.
but berries randomly like are like the one thing that they can be chill about, like various different kinds of berries, which is and
like, I
Yogi
feel like
obviously figured that out.
oh, he figured it out, and he knows how to party, man. And like the rest of my family.
Hell yeah. Someone wants to know Crocs with socks? Question mark.
Oh, okay. This must be someone who knows me very well because, okay, no offense to anybody who wears Crocs out there. If you like them, no hate. But like, I notoriously hate that shoe like a lot. I don't
Goth
know why.
Yearbook exclusive.
I just hate them. And so like, I always tell my friends like, if I ever show up to anywhere and I'm wearing Crocs, like, you have permission to shoot me on sight. Like, I've been body snatched. It is not me.
Permission
I
to
mean,
shoot me
now-
on site.
It's
And
not
now
like,
Crocs has the audacity to try and make cool shoes. So they like partnered with Doc Martin and made the Croc Martin.
ugh.
Do not even with me. Do not eat. Like, get out.
Did they really do that? I did not know
They
that.
really
The
did
Croc
that.
Martin.
The Croc Martin.
That's actually pretty
So if,
funny.
at this point, if I'm wearing Crocs, who the fuck cares if I'm
You-
wearing socks?
Fair enough. When you said like I don't know why I hate them, I think it's kind of like hating a PT Cruiser. Like you don't need a reason. It's just offensive design.
Yeah.
It's just offensive to me. Like, you know, Doc Martens on their own are just as comfortable. They were the shoe for like the British soldier and the rock and roller. Like, don't tell me they're not comfortable enough, man. Get your croc holes out of my Doc Marten. Yeah.
I agree.
Who would win?
Sorry.
No, yeah, that's we want to hear that kind of hate
I
on
get
the show.
passionate.
Yeah.
What about a fur-lined Croc?
Oh.
Let me ask you this. What's the point of a fur-lined croc if they've got holes in them? Like,
Okay,
Yeah.
feet are going to be cold.
I literally
Held.
I worked on this like kind of bougie street in Los Angeles. That's where I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to get stopped. But there's this little boutique that was selling Birkenstocks that were furry, like lined, like furry lined Birkenstocks, and I
That's
was,
so Los Angeles.
what is this? But then I was like, do I need it?
Right, exactly. But like my sandal feet do need to be furry. If I'm in Birkenstocks, like why don't my feet deserve the optimum comfort experience?
Yeah.
Right. I was like, but it is 70 degrees outside, but the slight chill. I want my feet to be warm.
Yeah.
Because Rachel,
exactly.
you
The
do have
desert
like
chill.
you have a good like wide variety of fur-lined slippers, right? I feel like you.
I do. I have these slippers that you'll probably always see in my Instagram videos. My friend Janine Braden, she's rad. She has this company called Say the Sun, and she's an amazing like woman. She had a store and like just designed all this stuff, and then recently she designed these rad like bamboo slides with the faux fur and all these colors. And like, yes, I do get a discount, but I should be sponsored by them because they're just like I got them in every color. I'm a big fan of getting things you like in every color.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, Janine Braden, Say the Sun, get yourself some furry slides.
Fuck yeah.
Sounds amazing. So we came full circle on the open-toed fur-lined situation, just not Crocs, because
Yeah.
you know what? Honestly, I feel like cleaning those little holes with fur in them is just a mess waiting to happen.
Who
You're
wants a
not
Swiss
even.
cheese block for a fucking shoe?
Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah. And what's the deal with Crocs?
I think for kids, I think they're acceptable.
No.
I don't know why. I just think
why,
No
why
one.
train them in the wrong direction? You know
I
what
just think
mean?
that's kind of cute for some reason.
I'll
don't
let
Let's
you
move
have
on.
that belief. I'll let you. Hey, we're all adults here. We can. You can like that. You know, Caitlin, it's fine.
I like some kids and Crocs, guys.
Hey, man, that's fine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a dangerous direction to go. Let's go to the next question.
Who would win in a fight, Joan Jett or Deborah Harry, aka Debbie Harry?
I
Deborah
know that
Harry.
this is like nobody's gonna want to hear this, but like, they wouldn't fight. They would unite forces and then fight the patriarchy.
Hell yeah. No, I want to hear that.
Okay,
So that's my take.
you know who I think would win that fight?
Who?
Courtney Love. She'd just
I
come
don't
in
know about
and
that.
beat the
I think
shit out of them.
honestly, I think Joan Jett would win anything.
If they're actually like physically fighting, I feel like Joan Jett would probably beat up Debbie Harry because I feel like Debbie Harry has like a very
Same.
chill like tude, and I feel like Joan Jett probably has like physically fought people before.
Yeah, I feel like Joan Jett, if they actually had to fight each other, probably would win. But in my ideal version, where I don't answer the women fighting question, like they fight.
Yeah.
They what's his name? Kim Fowley, the one that fucked up the Runaways.
Yeah,
That
I think
shitty
yeah.
manager. Yeah, Debbie Harry and Joan Jett like joined forces and like fuck him up.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite Thai dish?
My favorite Thai dish.
Mhm.
Um, I'm like one of those people that I can like go to a restaurant with anybody and be like, yeah, get whatever you want, and I'll probably like it. But like, who can go wrong with a good pad Thai? You know.
Yeah, I feel that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's boring.
No,
Also,
they're
there's like this like coconut soup they make. I think it's like tom yum.
yeah.
That's pretty rad too.
I want pad Thai is fucking aces in my
Exactly.
goddamn book. Kaylin, do you have any
Right?
controversial Thai food opinions?
Not controversial. I will put it out that a lot of Thai food is sort of like just not savory enough for my taste. So I do like the larbs or the salad, you know.
Mm.
Um, but when I actually went to Thailand, I could never find that. And it's just a lot of sweet food. So, and that to me, like, I'll get so tired, like a few bites in, it's like eating pancakes or something, you know? Um, so I actually ate a lot of like really plain like rice with like seafood and stuff, like just
And a lot
fresh,
of
you
those
know.
sauces tend to have MSG in it, which like I and my mom are like super allergic to. Like, so that's why you might have gotten tired. Sorry, this just became like a wellness talk. But like, no, we eat MSG and we like literally turn into zombies. So like, I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
But I
that.
do like a pad see I like all kinds of Thai dishes. It's just literally one of those things where I will it's so sweet. It's just so sweet.
Yeah.
Just
I'll
like you,
give up.
Caitlin. So sweet.
Aw.
Someone wrote in, "Dear Rach, what's your fave Elvis movie? Apologies in advance for asking a difficult cue." Short for question.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just say like Jailhouse Rock doesn't count because it's like my favorite everything. I'm a big fan of King Creole. Just I think
Mm.
that movie's rad. It's in New Orleans. Opening song is super rad, and yeah, I like that one.
Hell yeah.
And Roustabout's cool too. He like joins a circus and he's angry.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Kaylin, do you
Yeah.
have any Elvis movie thoughts?
I didn't know he was in movies until about
You didn't know? Oh, come on. You
30
knew
seconds ago. I
Yeah.
don't
No,
know
he
that much about
was.
Jailhouse
Elvis.
Rock,
He was in so
Blue
many
Hawaii?
movies. I'm like 68 Special, I'm going to say, is one of my favorite movies too, because it wasn't his movie contract. Basically, he was Elvis. He had all his music, went to war, and like when he came back, he was in all these movie contracts because of his manager, and he couldn't do music outside of them. So he was just doing these like movies because he like loved acting too, and then he wasn't able to like sing any other songs but the ones in the movies, which were like kind of crappy. So when he did the 68 Special, that comeback, he hadn't played live in like I think like 9 or 10 years, and he was super nervous, and like
Aw.
obviously everybody knows that that is amazing, but like yeah, he was super nervous, and he thought it wasn't going to go well, he thought it was over, and it's just like so cute to hear that Elvis thought that stuff because he's like Elvis.
yeah. Um,
I did see that. Yeah, I truly don't know a lot about movies or culture or Elvis or any of that. I'm here to learn from you
I
guys.
think
and
that's
push
good
your
too.
Crocs on children.
Sometimes pushing your crock beliefs on children. I think it's sometimes fun to not know all the details about all your favorite artists and everything they did, and just to like enjoy things for what they are. Like that's fun too, man.
There was this meme that I sent Eric today that a friend sent me that was very much calling me out. And it was like something about like, I don't listen to music, man. That's so basic. I only listen to birdsong. And it's straight up like exactly who I am because most of what I listen to, if it's not like a podcast that's usually either true crime or whatever it is, it's like uh just nature music, nature sounds with like Tibetan singing bowls or
That's
like
rad.
just harmonic frequencies. Because if I listen to like too much mainstream music, like I told Eric recently, I like finally listened to Phoebe Bridgers and like amazing songwriter, beautiful music, ruined my life for like 2 weeks because like it makes me so emotional to listen to so much music, and especially sad music. And like even if it's good, like I'm just too sensitive, I think, of a person to like be able to handle it. And it would literally be like there would be lines stuck in my head, and it was like, you know,
Yeah.
like OCD style where like you can't get it out, and it's
Mm.
almost like something like grating you, you know. And it's like it's so catchy, it just like gets stuck there, and it plays over and over and over. So like I just gotta listen to bird song, man, for the most
Well,
part. And then
I mean, speaking of animal songs, this is a fun fact about the next Everything single that I'm not gonna tell anybody, only on Goth Yearbook.
hell yeah.
The
Oh hell,
next,
exclusive.
so my exclusive, right here, right now. So my little dog and spirit animal Yogi, he's like famous for having this little like bat pant, and he's always just like smiling, being like, and I was like, wait, that would be so cool to put in a song. So I voice memoed it, and we recorded his panting in the song, the beginning of the next single that'll come out, like the beginning of the album that we're doing right now with Connor Weinstein at 137 Productions LA. He's the best. I was like, Connor, I know this is probably super weird, but like I recorded my like dog's panting. Like, do you think you could like put it in the song as like, like when bands have like a you know what I mean? They have
Yeah,
that.
yeah, hell yeah.
And he was like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like, of course. Like, well, so we like put in Yogi's breath. It starts with his breath. Like, if you know what you're listening for, you'll hear it. And it's like, it's super loud in the beginning and end, and then it's like underneath the whole track too. So
That's
he's like
fucking
on
sick.
it with me.
Hell yeah. It's a Allah, I'm a slave for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like Britney Spears, AC/DC, like dog breath vibes.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Fuck
I
yeah.
love that. Love the everything. That music made me happy and want to dance. It did make me cry and sit down in the shower. Phoebe
Good.
Bridgers.
Yeah, Phoebe. Fuck.
There's darker stuff coming. We just thought Stacey would be like a fun older sister of the songs. But even the sad songs, like they're danceable. Like it's a definite testament to making your problems danceable.
Hell
yeah.
Eric, we gotta decide on a catchphrase.
Who gets hell yeah?
One of us needs to shift away out of that one.
I mean, hell yeah, is pretty
Kablam.
fucking
Rock
classic,
and
man.
roll.
Woo! Cowabunga. Oh,
Yeah.
that's my word that I want to bring back. So if y'all want to help me, like start the
I've-
cowabunga, like cowabunga.
Dude, I was saying that for a while, and then I started saying cowabunga dude, and then I was like, do I sound like one of the twins on Full House? So I pulled it back. I pulled back on
Which
it.
twins?
know,
The
Kaylin-
Olsen or Stamos says there was a lot of twins on that show.
There were. I think whoever did you got it, dude.
Okay,
or like,
yeah, the Olsen
They were
twins.
you got it, dude. And you know what, Caitlin? I'm just gonna say this: don't pull yourself back. Let it
Okay.
express. If people can't handle it, they can't handle you.
Oh
Cowabunga.
shit.
Cowabunga, dude, dudette. Maybe I'm saying it, maybe I'm not. Cowabunga, it's Kaylin D. Woo.
If they
Yeah.
can't handle you at your cowabunga, dude, they don't deserve
don't
you at your
bel-
hell yeah.
They don't deserve you at your bird song.
Yeah.
I call it the cowabunga dude boundary. Anybody who bounces off that, they don't get into my animal zone, inner circle.
I've gotten pretty good at replicating bird sounds too, and I've actually been teaching my what I call my nebula, my non-binary sister's child, because nibbling is the correct apparently social term for
That's
a
so cool.
non-binary niece or nephew, but I feel like that sounds like mildly offensive, and people don't really know what that is. It's not mildly offensive because it has no offensive meaning, but I prefer nebula. So anyway,
Nebula's cool.
I've been teaching them how to do bird sounds, and I feel like I am a true ant in that sense.
That is some fun ant shit.
Yeah. Dude, the other day I was like playing guitar, like playing some trippy psychedelic guitar with like pedals on and stuff, because we FaceTime a lot right now because they're across the country and they're super
So
bored. They're
cute.
8. And first of all, they were like, I called you because you're always available. Like ... Why are
new
you
high,
always
new low.
Yeah, they're like, why are you always available? It's like,
Because I'm always here when you need me. I'm your fairy aunt. Existential crisis.
yeah, but also I'm like trying to pick up more even if I'm doing something else, just because I feel like it would be so lonely to be a kid right now. So like I'm trying to be very available to like just hang out. So if I'm doing my makeup or making breakfast or cleaning the kitchen or whatever. So anyway, I was like playing guitar, like psyched. What, Eric?
I was gonna say, like, we're hearing this savvy. We're like, I'm trying to make myself available. And it's like you like messaging them constantly, like, hey, what are you doing? You want to hang out?
What are you guys wearing today?
I aspire to be that aunt though, because that's awesome. Because I feel like kids just are more often neglected than like overloved, you know?
Dude,
True.
I have like an interjection on that. I totally believe in that. And like middle school girls, like it's so good you're taking time for them. I feel like there's such like an underserved little demographic and they're so sensitive. And again, sorry to bring up my video again, but the two little, you'll notice like two little go-go girls in their like psychedelic outfits. And those are the little girls I babysit and they are 8 and 10. or 9 and 11 now. But
How
but
dare
yeah.
you rate their hotness on this show? No, I'm just kidding.
They're 9 and 11. I'm uplifting women and girls. I only choose hot girls. You know what I mean? No, but I asked them, I was like, oh my gosh, would you guys want to be in my video? Because they just like mean so much to me and they're so magical and I just love them and their mom and they loved it and they were such a vibe and like they were so happy and it was just so rad to like include them. I know if I was that age, like I would want to be included. So that probably means a lot to your little
Nebulas.
Nebula.
nebulas. Yes, it probably that means a lot to them. So like I totally fucking dig that brand.
Well, yeah, and like I was lonely as shit at that age,
Same.
and I'm still lonely, so fuck it,
Same.
let's hang. And but anyway, I was playing like super psyche guitar, and like I was probably a little stoned, and they just started like doing really deep breathing, and just like I love playing like just practicing guitar over FaceTime with kids because they're or like around kids at all because they're just so like they're in it,
They're
Mhm.
so in it, man.
they're responding to it, and like they just like
Yeah.
got really relaxed and they just started like doing movement and like yoga and stuff, and then afterwards they were like, I don't know if I was dancing or doing yoga, but I just feel so much more like myself now. And I was
Oh,
like,
Oh wow.
that's the best. No, that's the best. They need like girls that age need to feel good about being themselves and like each other. Like that's so special, man. And kids are so receptive and like they're not shut down yet. And like anything that we can do to like keep that shut down from happening, because like yeah, man. I mean, any interaction you have with any adult is like usually like sad or like a little negative or like but kids are just like so excited to just be alive still, and I think like we
mhm.
all have to remember that a little and like keep them remembering that.
Yeah, it was like the closest experience I've had to like actually jamming with the band in a long time because I felt like someone was actually connecting in that moment to like what we were doing and like feeling it and
Right.
enjoying the vibe and not like stressing about like what are we doing right now, you
Or like,
know?
am I
Mhm.
doing it right or whatever? They were just like, yeah, I feel this, let's go. Like hell
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's so cool. You should do a live stream with that.
That'd be sick.
This jam band.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga, dude.
So someone wanted to know, Rachel, why are people so peoply?
Why are people so peoply?
Yeah.
Ugh. Like the age old question for all of us aliens.
Right?
You don't know? I don't know, man. Like it's just funny. Like why are we all fighting? We all want the same things at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do know what you mean.
Everybody just needs to like smoke a joint together or like go to a dance party together or just like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Just stop peopling.
I will say we did like we had a Goth Yearbook prom back in May, and it was like I don't remember how many of us were there, but like it was a sizable group, and we basically had like a Zoom dance party, and
So fun.
I will say like you could like everyone I talked to for like the week after that was involved in that, like you could tell like spirits were raised for like a short time. It felt there's something about like
Dude.
being like just like getting a
We
lot of
should do
connect
a winter-
energy and going with with a group of people in a communal sense that like really
Yeah, we should
inspires.
do a winter solstice like go rock and roll live stream, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. I was gonna say winter formal, but that sounds so much doper.
Yeah,
Ooh,
hers is
like
way
winter solstice formal, like witches
Winter
go to
formal.
prom. I
Winter-
know I want to
yeah.
do winter formal. Yeah, fuck yeah, guys. Let's do it. People forget like just dancing and laughing, like you'll feel better, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
just force yourself.
who is your favorite rapper?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good question, and I'm gonna have to just
Say
I'm gonna
goodnight.
have to say Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
Yeah, good night, everybody.
I
No,
like Snoop
Snoop
Dogg.
Dogg. He's the best, man.
Mhm.
He's the vibe. I also love. I mean, I don't know if this is like rapper, but I love Tribe Called Quest. I love Five
Oh,
Dog. I love
Q-Tip.
them.
Oh, Five
So
Dog, rest in
good.
peace.
Five Dog. He died on my fucking birthday, and he was the same height as me, 5 foot of assassin with the roughneck business. Like
Oh yeah.
R.I.P. Yeah.
March 23rd.
He technically died on March 22nd, but it was like at 11:55 or something, so I just counted as a window of my birthday.
Is your
I
birthday
shouldn't
March
have said that out
23rd?
loud.
Oh, I
It
shouldn't say it
is.
either. Sorry. I just I
It is
ha-
March 23rd, and I'm gonna do another band shout out. There's this really rad band I just found on Instagram because it like their promoted single came up in my feed, and the song is called 23rd March. And I was like, whoa, holy shit, this is my birthday. And the song is so rad. They're a band called Genn. They're from the UK. They're so rad. If you haven't heard their song, like check it out. But I messaged them. I was like, this is so rad. And they were like the nicest people. And it just goes to show like everybody just wants to make music and have fun
Yeah.
and connect with people, you
Well,
know?
You know what I say, Eric?
What do you say?
How?
Thank you. Rapper, I hardly know her.
Oh. Wow.
Oh shit. Damn. Caitlin Delight.
Yeah, we should get like the record like scratching like at the party where someone's like "Rrr," and everyone's looking over like DJ Qualls, what did you just do to this party?
My brother did that to me one time.
Oh,
We
shit.
were like in the garage hanging out, and he was like scratching stuff, and I said something, or I was just like freestyling like a stoner idiot, and I said something stupid, and he literally like went look at what and looked at me. I was like, oh, fucking dick move, man.
Well, it was probably cooler than what I just said. So it's fine.
We got some games coming up. I want to quickly we'll do like some lightning round questions
Okay,
real
cool.
quickly. Someone first of all wants to know, do you think Jules with a Z is hot?
Jules is the hottest girl I know. Have you heard about Jules and the Rollers?
Hell yeah, I have.
Look him up. Jules
And
is hot as fuck.
and host on K-Piss on Saturday nights, and I'm going to blank on the
She's got a
name of the
radio
show.
show, Rock and Roll Love Letter.
Yes.
Rock and Roll Love Letter. Wow, Eric, your word garbage is contagious now. I can't talk either. Ugh. Every Saturday night at 7 on kpiss.fm, she does Rock and Roll Love Letter. It's super rad. Like radio shows are the best.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was on it last night. She's a powerhouse.
Saturday at 7, you
yep.
said?
That is
Yeah,
correct.
and live stream on kpiss.fm, and then you can also like go back and watch the episodes you've missed because they're all great.
Yeah,
Amazing.
she plays some like real fucking good hits.
Yeah, and if you know any local bands, submit your music to her. She's really great about like playing all of our songs.
Courtney Moody wants to know, when are we going to jam? Crying face emoji, heart emoji.
Girlfriend, well, she'll know what I mean when hopefully Tuesday, if no one cancels the jam again. And then
Someone
as far as
canceled the
that,
jam.
The
Shit.
jam
You can't
keeps getting
cancel the jam.
postponed. The jam keeps getting postponed. It's been jellied, if you will.
Cancel the
How?
jam would be like a great like Disney Channel original movie, like late 90s, early 2000s, where like the principal cancels the jam and the kids come together to be
The
like,
kids have to
fuck
find a way.
you. We're gonna
Yeah, dude,
jam
I'm into
either.
that.
Me too.
See, when you
I'm
say
into that like middle school rock and roll kid vibe.
Me too.
I could keep the vibe, but the premise is instead cancel the jam. The jam is like some sort of city jamming resources to the
What?
children, and they're like, we're gonna cancel this jam, or they're trying to cancel a traffic jam.
Yeah.
They're trying to install a new highway. I don't know. I'm just
Be like
They
a
cancel
more
the jam, and like everybody goes out into the freeway to block the traffic.
Yeah,
and, like you
yeah.
canceled our jam, you can't cancel the jam. We'll
It gets-
traffic jam you, and then everybody gets out of their car and like plays the same song really
Yeah.
loud on the radio, and everybody's
Yeah.
like gets on their cars and is like, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," but like rock and
yeah.
roll.
yeah, and they're like throwing jam at the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nobody cares because this is rock and roll.
Yeah.
And then the
Cowboy-
principal's like, "I used to play bass." And then like the bass player in the band, because no band ever has a bass player, and then bam, you know what I mean? The jam is saved.
Oh my
Jam
god,
is
yes.
saved.
I
We
would
just did it.
I would-
Disney, hire all three of us, please.
I'd
Dude,
watch.
It's School of Rock.
I'd
it's High
watch.
School Musical with an edge. It's it's all your favorites. I'd watch it.
If
Me
you
too.
were stuck in quarantine, which you
Which we
are, with only 3 records, what are your 3 records?
3 records.
Yeah, 3.
This is tough. Okay. This is tough. I hate being put on the spot like this. I always fuck up.
It's hard.
Yeah,
I also hate it.
Feel free to
Okay,
just
I'm
be
just gonna
like
say
3 Elvis
anything by
albums.
the Cramps, anything by the Cramps, anything by the Pixies, and like oh, let's throw Black Sabbath in there.
Do you have a particular favorite Pixies album? Out of curiosity.
I have Bossa Nova on my wall, but I
Hell yeah.
also love Surfer Rosa and Doolittle, and I just like love every Pixies thing they ever do.
I feel that. I always Surfer Rosa and Doolittle are both like, I mean, insanely iconic, especially for me. Like those both definitely
Yeah.
set me like on a good path when I was very young. But
Yeah,
I will say that the other two from like that OG era, Bossa Nova and the Trompe Monde,
it's
I
also
think
good.
they're like, I love the production on those albums. Like I know that it's like that was a turbulent time in their band and he was
That's
kind of
like
being a
why it's
dick
so
at that
good.
point, but like man, I love those songs on those albums. I think they're really great.
I know they are fucking good. I mean, I could just go on, and like Kim Deal's the reason I play bass, and like I
Hell
Bleed
yeah.
was actually the first song I taught myself on bass was I Bleed, and that's when I was like, wait,
Oh, that's sick.
I can play this. That means I can play rock and roll. Okay, here we go. Kim Deal.
Hell yeah. Okay. Are you ready to play some games?
Oh my god, if only I liked fun. Yeah, I'm ready to play games.
We got two different ones for you. First of all, we're going to play a classic game of MASH. Did you ever play MASH when you were a
I
kid?
fucking love MASH. I've been actually talking about this a lot.
Oh, perfect. Well, we're going to play right now.
Perfect.
Tell me 2 places you would love to live and 1 place you would not like to live.
I'd live in Hawaii.
Mm.
I'd
That-
live. I mean,
Mm.
I'd live in like a cool beach house, and I'm sorry, I love Southern California, LA.
So like a
And
beach house?
Yeah, beach house. Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
guess I said that twice, huh?
No, but like you said like so beach house in Hawaii, beach house in like Southern California.
Yeah. Or like, well, yeah. Okay, yeah. And then one place I wouldn't want to live.
Yeah.
I guess like in somewhere in the middle of the country. No offense to anyone. Let's choose a Dakota.
Okay. We'll put North Dakota cuz
Middle. Yeah.
that one is especially cold and shitty, I think.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Give me 2 dream jobs and 1 shitty job for yourself.
Obviously, okay, musician, like fashion designer, bitch. You know.
Hell yeah.
HBIC.
Yeah, exactly. You know the one. Something I wouldn't want to do.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Prince
so
did just
much.
tear himself away again.
Oh.
You know, I have to say, like, I do not want and I should not be anyone's personal assistant. Like, I'm just not organized enough. Like,
I feel that's so hard.
me and my dog need a personal assistant. Like, whoa, that would be my nightmare. And it just turns me into a person I don't like.
I think about all the time how I wish I could have a personal assistant, but I'm just like not in that wealth bracket, you know? But like,
And,
I can't open my own emails. Like, it just terrifies me.
I know. And even if I like try and organize them, they just don't.
I'm like, I need someone to go through my phone and delete every photograph of like, you know how many hundreds of photos I have just because I was trying to lock my phone and I took a screenshot?
Oh, I know.
Just thousands.
I have so many stupid photos and videos. I just want someone to be like, let me figure out your password for every website and put it into one consolidated document for you. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out.
That would be so nice.
I
literally had a fantasy today about like, what if I cleared all the photos off my phone and uploaded them into like some sort of cloud, and then I just only ever had like 20 photos on my phone like stored, and I was like, but as someone with like 11 Gmail accounts, I dream.
Dude, I'm like a 40,000 unread in my one inbox. I mean, like,
oh yeah, same
dude,
here.
my one email has just become a fucking wasteland. You have to like give your email to just read any article, go on any website, and after a while, it just becomes a thing. And
I have a burner
I'm gonna
email for that.
organize by sender. I'm gonna organize by sender and just do a mass clean out. And like I said that like 3 years ago.
Well, and then I'll click one thing and that'll take me down a rabbit hole. Suddenly I'm buying ingredients to make a pie I didn't know I was gonna make today. And like,
exactly, I've like downloaded a new program, like, you know.
Like, oh, maybe I do want to be a graphic designer. I don't know. Fuck.
Exactly. Teach me how to reset my spine in 10 days, yoga dome.
Now I'm in a Kundalini course. What the fuck just happened?
Again?
I spent $800.
Again? Oh, I've been down that rabbit hole.
Rach, what are 2 of your favorite colors?
2 of my favorite colors?
Yeah.
To wear, I like black and red, and then to look at besides red, I like silver and aqua seafoam.
And what's the least favorite color?
Least favorite color. I gotta say something like brown or forest green. They just don't look good on me. They're not exciting. Like either be black or be a fun green.
I love forest green so much.
That's okay. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just not my tone.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
I feel bad now. I'm sorry for
No,
insulting
no,
you.
I have green eyes, so for me, it's like about like making my features pop, and like
Yeah, that like you have you ever
Right.
like tested your colors like summer, winter, spring, like
Yeah,
different
yeah.
people's skin? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, sorry.
what is your which season are you?
I like can never remember my season. I just know that I look good in gem tones and like some pastels.
So Easter. So spring, I
Easter.
guess.
Yeah. So like Ozzy Osbourne's like dressed as the bunny Easter.
Oh hell yeah.
Have you seen that
Yeah,
picture?
huh?
That's my Easter vibe, okay?
What are two dream? They don't have to be cars necessarily. But what are two dream vehicles for you to have or modes of transportation?
I'm really glad that you threw in the didn't have to be car vibe because obviously I would love some kind of strange UFO hovercraft.
Well, that's why I said, 'cause I figured you'd probably have something like that in mind.
Oh, dude, yeah. Can you imagine being this like weird UFO that floated around like a land speeder from Star Wars, but just like a UFO? Like, doesn't have to go far. It just has to float
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
so dope.
have
How does
cool
that?
lights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How does that not exist?
because we're too busy just like protesting not spreading a deadly
NASA.
disease.
We're too busy arguing over like if the Earth is flat to make UFOs on Earth.
Yeah.
You
Could have
know,
been.
and then
Could have had all America.
we really
World.
could have. We really could have world.
What's
Again, why are people so peoply?
Yeah. What about your second dream mode of
It's
transportation?
gotta be like a fucking old car, like a '57 Thunderbird or an old Cadillac or a Galaxy, anything like that.
Okay.
From like
50
55 to 63, you give me anything in there,
That era Thunderbird is also my dream car.
right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I just uh
What about what's your least
like
favorite car or vehicle or mode of transportation?
I have to say I'm like Hummers annoy me so much just because like why do you need that giant of a car? Here it just seems so ridiculous and like they
Mhm.
usually are bad drivers. Also like any kind of Rover, I'm sure it's a nice car, but just like the way that those cars tend to drive on the street gives me like I hate them.
I feel
Yeah,
it.
unless you're like frequently going to the into the jungle.
Yeah, like if you're like going four wheeling, like I don't know, like you have like big cats in your back of your car, and like it's a whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? If there's like animals, but like nobody needs a Hummer like on the streets of Sunset and shit down road. Like, what are you doing? Like in West Hollywood? Like, no.
Wasn't it like Rob Dyrdek when he had that show Robin Bay? Didn't he like put a mini horse in his
Yeah.
Escalade or something?
That's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude.
Like, get a mini horse in a
And
car,
you-
and that is my mode of transportation.
His Escalade on that show, like it was so fucking. Don't get me wrong, like it's very obnoxious and like unnecessary, but it was like a matte black one because I remember the episode where they went and got painted, and it was actually super sick. It was like one of the few times where I'm like, I'd fuck with like a big car like that.
Yeah, it has to be done right. Like,
Well,
like
his assistant, the titular
Big.
big, needed a bigger vehicle to get it anyways. I don't think they could have crammed into
Exactly.
a
That's fine
57
with me.
Thunderbird. Two celebrity crushes of yours, living or dead.
Okay, two celebrity crushes. Elvis is like so obvious, so I won't say him.
Like this is someone that you're like potentially gonna spend the rest of your life with, according to the rules of MASH. So it's gotta be someone like that you're like I actually
I
would be
I
compatible
forgot
with.
we were playing MASH, you guys. I was just like,
Did you think I was just
fucking
asking you all
riffing.
these questions? Like,
Yeah, I was just so used to answering questions. I was like, all right, well, that's how you know you're really getting my true MASH answers. All
hell
right,
yeah.
let me see. Okay, I'm gonna say something so off the wall, but Les Paul. I
Oh,
would marry Les Paul. Les Paul and Mary Ford were the cutest fucking couple. They like played guitar together. They invented all the shit. He invented the electric guitar. They had a show together. They were just the best.
yeah, I spied that you posted him recently. You're like, look how cute this old band is.
Yeah, they're so fucking rad. And then, okay, who else would want to spend the rest of my life with? Okay. Okay. Oh, Paul McCartney.
Oh, Macca himself. All right.
Maga himself, man. Yeah.
And then yeah, my phone like on this Mash app like wants to like turn it all into like it says it turned Macca into Max and then the letter A.
Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
Ooh. That
Oh,
was the
shit.
that was the first Beatles song I was ever cognizant of because
Really?
yeah, my parents played it a lot for some reason, and I think maybe because like it has like even like even though the lyrics are kind of like dark, it has like that children's like sing-songy thing. So I think they used to like play it around me a lot because I think they thought like I would enjoy it, and I did. I was into it as a little boy. In
Right
fact,
on.
to the point that I didn't hear it for a couple of years, and then when I got my hands on Abbey Road, I heard it. I was like, I thought this was
Oh,
from like a
shit.
children's like TV show I used to watch. Like I was so like I had so ingrained in my
That's so
head as like
cool.
as a baby song. And then who is like a controversial question here, but who is a celebrity you would not want to be shackled with for the rest of your life?
Again, so many.
Yeah.
But for this purpose, I'm gonna go with Sid Vicious because at the end of the day, if it still lands on him, it's an exciting match. But like, let's be honest, in reality, like I've moved on from my Sid Vicious years.
Right. A nightmare in reality.
In reality, exactly.
Yeah, imagine like cleaning up after him in the bathrooms.
Like
Just
honestly, like
disgusting.
no way. If anybody's gonna not know how to really play fucking bass in this band, it's me, man.
Give me 3 random numbers.
3, 23, and 11.
And then what about for a third number?
Oh, sorry, I fucked you up. I forgot we were playing
No,
Mash again. I was just like, my
thought
favorite
you-
numbers.
I thought you said 3, 23, and 11.
Yeah, right? That's
Oh,
fine.
I thought you said
Yeah.
I just heard 23. I'm sorry. Okay.
Also, we gotta start putting a limitation on that. It gets out of hand.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't have said 23. I'm sorry. You
Oh,
can
no,
pick
it's all good.
5 if you
This
want.
is Mash. You can no.
No, it's fine, says Eric. It's totally
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Mash, it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll find out in due time. What about two dream? We're almost done. This might be the last one. 2 dream animals you would have as pets, and 1 that you would not want.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to say Yogi, his kind of dog, Skipper Key. Like I always want those for the rest of my
Mhm.
life.
Aw.
And on that same note, it's because they look like little bats, which would be my
Yeah.
other choice of pet, a
Hell
little
yeah.
bat. And then what would I not want? Okay, I'm sorry, I just am not a big spider fan. I know it's not a popular thing in the goth community. I could not handle having a tarantula.
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel you, Eric. Before the
Yeah.
the show, we're laughing because before the show, we'll have to release this footage on Instagram because there's like Eric hunting a brown recluse, for like 5 minutes, and like I don't know, crawling around on the ground and knocking around all his stuff.
I'm
Good times.
I've punched someone in the face to get away from a spider, so I feel you.
I'm going to start
I
drawing.
used a spider as an excuse to not give my first hand job, and there
Oh,
was
nice.
a
That's
spider.
amazing.
That's actually awesome.
That's so smart.
Wow,
I'm impressed.
Rachel, I'm going to start drawing a spiral, and you tell me when to stop.
Okay.
And I'm drawing
You're drawing.
and spiraling out of control right now.
Stop.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's totaling up all your stuff right now. You can see a little pencil kind of going.
Ooh, the little pencil. I see that
It's
this is a
crossing
fair
stuff
round of
out.
mash. No one's cheating.
No one is cheating. I'm getting an ad for a Wheel of Fortune ad now.
Oh, perfect. Maybe it's my lucky day.
It's got 10 seconds on it real quickly. 10 seconds. How you guys feeling right now?
I'm feeling hopeful.
Mm-hmm.
A little reckless.
These are a lot of big life decisions that we're about to make for you
I
on
know.
the show. So
After I hang out, my life is gonna just take this course. I'm really excited. Everybody at Goth Yearbook, change your life.
well, I think you might not be so bummed because drum roll. Those are much better drums than mine. I'm not a drummer, guys. Once you graduate, you'll find work in a beach house in Southern California as a fashion bitch. You'll
Oh,
get around town in your red 57 Thunderbird.
Oh hell yeah!
You're going to marry Paul McCartney.
I knew it. I knew it.
You're going to live in a shack, but that's okay.
I don't even care.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing it obviously it's cuz like he's figured out he's like wants to go back to the farm kind of thing. But you live in a shack with 11 kids
Fuck
and
yeah.
your ever loyal pet bat.
Wow.
That's a fucking sick ass life.
Right? Like, I didn't even care that we live in a shack because I have 11 kids with Paul McCartney, and like, we definitely have a band.
Oh yeah, that's a family band right there. That's like a Partridge
So
Family
cute.
revival kind of thing going on the road.
I mean, with the bat and the bass player and Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a whole thing.
The
Very
bat's
cute.
like on his shoulder.
I also
Exactly.
I feel like the shack is like, since you're on the beach in Southern California, like even though he's Paul McCartney, like it's still hard to get good real estate like that's beachfront. So I could see him still, but it would be like a cute shack, and it might even
Yeah.
be Hawaii
shack.
themed. You know, it'd be like a Disney-fied version of a shack.
Right.
Some, like,
Exactly. And we
Malibu
live
high-rise shack.
simply because we have a very large like UFO tour bus for our 11 child family band. We go all over. It's a whole thing.
Oh, absolutely. That Mazel Tov, my friend. Please
Well-
invite Kayla and I to that wedding because that's gonna be sick.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
yeah,
don't
you guys are
don't forget
so in
about
it.
us.
Yeah, don't forget about us at the top.
I'm
How
going
could I
cruising with
forget?
you in that Thunderbird for sure.
Oh hell yeah! You guys are the first people I'm picking up.
She's
I'll be
like,
get in, losers. We're gonna go cry and read our old journals.
hell
We
yeah.
do
True
that on this
story.
show too.
True story.
By the way, I rented a 56 Thunderbird for my music video
Yes, you did.
last year that I did, my music video Trouble by Caitlin D. Anyone, shout out YouTube. But it's funny because like I ended up editing it in such a way that like none of the shots with the full car actually like really worked in the video. But like you can see like the dashboard and like my perspective driving the car, but like driving that car around LA for the day was so
Yep.
sick.
That's so rad.
We are getting close.
Highly recommend it.
We're getting close to the end of the show, but I did send Caitlin. Did you get the link I sent you
Oh yeah,
in the
I
chat?
forgot about this.
We got one more thing for you, Caitlin. I'll let you take it away.
We got
Oh,
a
cool.
little personality quiz for you. Quick 10 questions by Star Wars Tester.
That was their name.
Yep, that's their username. And it is, which Star Wars character are you? Have you ever wanted to be a character in Star Wars? Star Wars Tester asks. This test will at least tell you who you'd be. I like how it's like a concession. They're like, you're
Yeah.
never going to, but this will at least tell you who it would be. All
I
right.
want to be Princess Leia.
Well, we'll find out. You don't
Shit,
jump ahead of
okay.
yourself. Yeah, you already did
Okay.
really good in the match, so you gotta just be
Yeah, I
content
know.
with
All
whatever
right,
you get here.
Beggars
Just-
can't be choosers. All
Yeah,
right.
just use the force.
I like how you like kind of sit back, like, all right.
All right. Question number 1. Do you ever want to leave your home and have adventures in other places? This question is so cruel right now. Option
Yes.
1, I don't really have a home. I'm a wanderer. Number 2, yes, always get me out of here. All caps, many exclamation points. 3, I always travel around with my best friend. 4, sometimes, but I love my family. Or 5, no, I'm not allowed to leave.
Oh, whoa, oddly, it's like also
you know,
for
I'm
a
gonna have to
child.
just be real and be like, sometimes, but I love my family. Also tied with, I travel around the galaxy with my best friend.
You got that, Caitlin?
3
Yeah.
or 4.
Okay. Do you have family? Question 2. One parent. Question or answer 1. One parent, no siblings. A droid. Does that count? 2. Yes, I love them. 3. Yes, they are far away though. 4. Not really. I'm an orphan. Or 5. Yeah, I just don't talk about them much.
I'm gonna say with but they're far away.
Okay.
A galaxy.
Who is your favorite person? My aunt and my uncle. It's a tie between them. My
Ben.
mother.
Luke Skywalker. Sorry, go on.
My mother and father, it's a tie between them. My best friend. 2 of the answers are my best friend. Or my mom, duh.
I'm just gonna say my best friend.
Okay.
Number 1 or
Was
2?
that- Yeah.
You know, either. Whoa.
Okay, how hard do you try to please? I please my best friend. If someone hurts them, I will strangle them.
That one.
I only want to please myself and possibly my boss.
Whoa.
Really hard. I don't rest till I please someone. I think I do a good job of it too. Damn, that's kinky as
That's
hell.
Hell yeah,
C3PO.
fuck yeah.
That's C3PO. That's C3PO. Sorry, go on.
A
Nerdy.
little hard. I don't like it when people think I'm too dainty to do stuff. Or pretty hard. I want to do things, but my guardians won't let me.
The first one about if you don't like my best friend, I'll fuck you up. I don't think that was a wordage, but that one.
Yeah,
It
I
was,
was just
I will
like that. I will
strangle them.
fucking kill them
That one.
till they're
Yeah,
dead.
you don't like my best friend, I will fuck you up.
I'll
5
fuck you up.
This is the quintessential personality quiz question from this website. Number 5 is 5 more questions. Are you getting bored? Answer number 1. This is getting a little predictable. Is my best friend bored? I have some things to do later. Maybe move this along? A little bit. I just need to stay moving so my boss never catches me. Kind of. I need to do something before my guardian calls me. Or, yeah, I get bored really easy. #sorry.
Oh shit.
What was the first one again?
Is my best friend bored?
I'll just pick that one because like I don't get bored, but like is my best friend bored? That's the closest one to me.
Okay.
Yogi, are you bored?
Only boring people get bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, cowabunga, yeah.
Cowabunga.
Okay, what I like this because it is it's very appropriate and I already know which one you're gonna say. Actually, maybe not. We'll see. 6. What is your favorite type of vehicle? Option 1, spaceship. Isn't that everyone's favorite? 2, I'm not really sure. 3, just ask my best friend what his favorite is. Or 4, easy planes. Or easy planes. And 5, anything that can move fast, something that can race.
Ooh, well that one is a close second. I've gotta say, motherfucking spaceship. Duh.
Oh, yeah. Cowabunga.
Goes fast. It goes fast. My spaceship drive fast.
Caitlin, you get in quicker than I do on those hell yes.
I'm sorry. I must have gotten it from you, but it's like an infectious disease that now I have for life.
Hell.
Hell yeah, it's spreading. It's spreading over Zoom now. We cannot contain the hell yes.
Doctor,
Cowabunga.
it's gotten out of control. That's just
Oops. I just hold on, I lost it. Hang
and I
on.
can't find it.
Caitlin, use the force.
Okay. I got it. Okay. Are you
It
ooh,
worked.
Heavy question. Are you in a relationship? Okay, answer 1. She's pretty. I like her. She kissed me. Does that count? 2, kind of. It's weird. 3, nope. 4, it's a forbidden one. Or 5, yes, but she's back home.
This was confusing. Let's just pick yes, but she's back home.
Okay. What is your dream? To everyone that I have power and to stop death. That's how it's written. To not have a price on my head. To get out of this house. That's me. To prove that I'm not just a dainty little girl. Or I don't really have a dream.
Oh, let's do the prove that I'm not a dainty little girl one. I feel like that's good.
Heck yeah.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
It's so funny using Cowabunga in the context of
Yeah.
like a
Instead of hell
gentle
yeah.
commentator voice.
Yeah.
It's like
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga, everybody.
Cowabunga on.
All right, Rachel is going
Okay,
up to the
almost
field
done.
line.
What is your favorite color? Brown or I have no clue. Gray or I have no clue. Light blue. Whatever forbidden love girl is. Whatever color forbidden love girl is wearing, or white.
I like how light blue is like
It was
they know.
red one? Oh, no, sorry, light blue. Light blue. I'll do light blue.
Red wasn't one.
Yeah.
And of course, number 10, the
Hell yeah.
quintessential allthetest.com. Oops,
Of
loosely to
course.
source. Did you like this test? Yeah, a lot. A little. I don't like too many things. I try not to get attached to stuff. Oh, that's sad.
Aw.
Kind of. Give me my answers. Or yes, period.
Give me my answers. That one.
For 50%, you are Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Wait, on the count of 3, let's all do our best ones.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Sorry, I had to
I
do
think
it
our
again.
audios all cut one another out. I don't know
Wookiee
why.
party.
Okay, a loyal, clever friend all the time. You're very protective and loving to your best buddy, and you will always be that way. Even though you love your bud, you can have differences too. Just remember that, okay?
Okay.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. All right, Chewbacca, that's like such a fun answer. I didn't expect that, but like I can get down with that. I've been hanging out with my dog too much during quarantine, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say your dog is like a micro Chewbacca in a weird way.
Yeah, we're just like kind of blending into one. He's like
Yeah.
like half Chewbacca, half like Baby Yoda.
Aw.
Aw, half bat.
Yeah, 3 halves. That's how crazy he is.
Hell
He gets
yeah.
them all.
He gets it. He
Cowabunga.
transcends. Cow fucking bunga.
Ray, we are getting close to the end of the show. What did you learn tonight?
You know, I learned that I have a lot more with the Wookiee race than I thought, and I'm into that. Um, I also learned that cowabunga can be fun with your friends in a conversational context.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
cowabunga.
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 Many,
I also
many cowabungas to
learned
that.
that Caitlin's a big bird song fan, so this is something to meditate on and find her some gems, you know?
I had to meditate on that one. Is there anything that you'd like to plug? Anything you want to tell people to go out and seek out?
Yeah, follow my band on Instagram, the.everythings.music. And yeah, stay tuned there. Our video for Stacy is up on YouTube, Stacy by the Everythings. This is our first single, but there'll be an album next year. And then also follow Late Slip. I play bass in that band. And Jules and the Rollers, there's fun stuff coming up there. And then follow our label Party Mermaid. We're doing a really fun live stream, like record launch party with Women That Rock on December 12th. And we're announcing the artists that we signed, Turtle Blues, Bianca, she's rad. And we're all doing performances and streaming it there. So it's been really fun.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Everyone.
Cowabunga, I mean.
Ah.
Cowabunga, okay.
Caitlin, before we head out, is there anything that you need to plug or want to plug?
Just our show. If you are a listener, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Come join us on the live streams. They're super fun. And again, we would love to have you on Patreon. It's only $5 a month, and you're going to be getting all kinds of extra bonus content, including all the people you have come to know and love through Goth Yearbook After Hours. So do that, and please rate and review our show on iTunes. I know I'm a bit of a broken record with saying that, but also it really, 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 truly helps us gain more listeners and visibility and just grow our whole Goth Yearbook family. And we all love that. And be safe, be sensible. If anyone's feeling insecure about staying home alone for the holidays, I'm a fucking expert. So DM me at Caitlin D. CAITLIN DEEEEE 5 E's, however many that is.
Excellent.
Cowabunga.
Ray, thank you so much for being on the show. This was an absolute pleasure. We had tons of fun. We learned so much. And I'm going to, as I always say, Caitlin, thank you for being the co-host of the Mohos. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Rock on.